Hey, today we're going to take a quick look at getting some good secondary materials to help you get started with your research. Let's say our issue has to do with leave of absence. So I'm going to type it in. A few things to note is Lexis will start giving you Lexis answers if anything that you're typing in promotes that sort of response. I could have typed in California definition of leave of absence, and that would have worked too. Lexis will start to give me some cases right off the bat that are going to help me answer that question. It's a lot like asking Siri to do some work for you. The more information you give Siri, the better her results are going to be. So you can get a really quick answer to your question. But to immediately get to secondary sources, I've got a couple options here. I'm going to pull this down and check out our practice notes that pop up. These aren't practice notes written by actual attorneys from the top firms in the country. And it's like having an attorney sitting next to you, giving you some ideas on what to think about regarding a specific issue. So I can even narrow this further and say, I just want practice notes from my particular jurisdiction and be more specific and put in California, or I can leave it alone. Now I'm getting some quick information on California leave law. And of course, I'm going to have access as well to some related content from here that have to do with the same thing. So it's like a secondary source is right here made for you by the top attorneys of the country. When I scroll down past that, you'll see the typical secondary materials option. When I click into secondary materials, these are the filters that I tend to apply. I like to apply my category filter. That's usually the first thing I do. I click treatises, and sometimes in law schools, I also click jurisprudence. Oftentimes when working with attorneys, I just leave it with treatises. And I also may add in my jurisdiction. So this means that I want California treatises that talk about leave of absence. Just know that I've also got an option here called non-jurisdictional. This will get rid of all the other states and give me our non-jurisdictional resources that also talk about California law. Now, if you're in Hawaii and you're not getting a lot of resources populating for Hawaii, you may want to select non-jurisdictional. That will make sure that you're getting rid of other state-specific treatises and you're just looking at the non-jurisdictional treatises that will also talk about Hawaii law. The last filter I tend to apply when I'm here in secondary materials is my sources filter. This allows me to check out what types of sources are populating in my result set. So I can say, yeah, I really think this will be the source that will be most helpful to me. And now I've narrowed to that particular source, and I can come on in to my secondary source and read more about leaves of absences. Thanks for your time.